Hi, Sparkle Babe. Welcome to another episode of the Miata Shante podcast. I am your host, Miata Shante. If you are new here, babe, welcome to the Sparkle Party. Over here, we are embodying ourselves, personal development, spiritual development, and all things of just being our best selves and sparkling on purpose. I hope you're having a beautiful day, beautiful night, beautiful week, just a beautiful moment to celebrate yourself. And I thank you for being here with me, sharing your time with me, sharing this space with me as I share it with you. Yes, let's get into it. I am here just thinking. I always think, like, my mind just be going and going and going and going. And I was just thinking about idolizing, worshiping, and just all things religion for a moment. And yes, this is a touchy subject, but hear me out. Hear me out for a moment. Um, I want to ask you a question. And I want you to ponder on this questions, and I want you to write it down if you have to, and just answer it in whatever time permits for you. What are you worshiping? First question. What are you worshiping? Second question is, what are you idolizing? Again, what are you idolizing? And third question is, how is it helping you grow? Again, how is it helping you grow? Because I find that we idolize and we worship a lot of things, and we go into religion, and we go into music, and we go into jobs, and we go into careers, and we idolize and we worship certain things. But what are we valuing? Because we can be in a space to where we're influence to idolize or worship something, but it does not match our values. So we're forcing ourselves to match the value of something that really is not resonating with our spirit. And I say that to say I'm going to use these two examples of Buddhism and Christianity. And Christianity involves Jesus, it involves God. Buddhism involves Buddha. And they both are worshiped, they both are idolized. However, they are represented in a way to where I look at them as being honored because they stepped into another dimension, or they had a power that is honored and it is made felt greater than us. And as we all know, as we all read, if you've tapped into Christianity, um, God says that we are equal. And we are not only equal to each other, but we are as equal to Him because He lives within us. And when we can honor ourselves, we can honor God. We don't have to idolize anything. We don't have to worship anything because it is of our equal. And sometimes we share fears because other people may have more than us, or even with people that have less than us, that we don't want to be in that predicament. However, we idolize things that are above us, and we worship things that are above us because we feel like, oh, they did it. Oh, they made it. But what have you tapped in with you? What values have you set with yourself to honor yourself in a way to where you know that you've done work, or you know that you can share an experience that is more powerful than you, that is more greater than you, but you're humble enough to receive the lesson that you learned and share it in a way to where it feels and it makes a person feels like you can do it too. And I'm here to help you. And that's what I'm cultivating here, is that we can create a space to where it is everyone is welcome, whether you're broken, whether you're on top of the world. Whether you're a mom or whether you've lost a child, whether you've lost someone, you still matter. You're still equal. And nothing should be worshiped outside of you. Everything should be honored as an experience of what it is, as a present moment of what it could be or what it has been. And instead of cultivating the times where this happened or the times where this didn't happen and making yourself feel less than because people have a relationship that you want, or people have the money that you want, or someone has, the house that you want, and finding what is in you on your journey and aligning with that and going with that. Because a lot of times I found that some people don't want to be homeowners. Some people want to be homeowners, and they worship people that are in homeowners, and they're ashamed to say that they're in an apartment because, oh, I'm not a homeowner. But what mindset does that homeowner have? How did they get their home? Because some homes are inherited, and it's just like we look at things on the outside but don't know the in depth of it. And what we may be worshiping and what they may be worshiping and idolizing is totally different. And some things that you may be worshiping or idolizing could be more harmful to your values of your character than really helping you. So it is often that we take time to analyze what we're finding time in doing more, or what we're looking at more, how we're acting more. Why are we acting this way? The music that we're listening to. And not all things are bad. It is made bad because a lot of times people have good intentions through their feelings, through their vulnerability to put things out there. And it's created in a way to where we want to label everything because, humans are just so used to labeling. And, we don't honor anything anymore. Nothing is really honored. It's either I'm worshiping it, I'm idolizing it, or I don't like it at all. Instead of saying, okay, that's their speed, that's their lane. It's not mine, but I value what I do love. I value what I do appreciate, and I value what I'm doing, but I'm not going to make myself more than that, and I'm not going to make myself less than that by choosing what I want to do on my journey and having and honoring the choices and the decisions that we do have. And God wants to shower us with all the things, all the abundance that we want, but we have to match it. No tree is just grown from being a tree. It has to have water. It has to have soil. It has to have light. It has to have something contributed to it in order for it to be beautiful. And sometimes as we're growing and we're looking around us and we say, okay, what am I worshiping? What food am I worshiping? What, habit am I worshiping that I'm still stuck here and my tree is not as beautiful as I want it to be because I'm not being poured into and making the choice to be poured into in the way that I want to receive and honor the value of the character that I want to create. And I hope that resonates with you in a way to where it doesn't bring controversy in your heart or confusion in your heart, but it opens up your heart and your mind in a way for you to look more into what you're idolizing and what you're worshiping and growing in yourself to where if you plant a seed in your belly right now, and what would you label that seed? What would that seed be called? Would it be called a rotten apple that's growing within you? Or would it be called a crisp, fruitful apple that you're planting inside of you that you want to grow and be able to produce this fruit to share with others, and honor others because you're honoring yourself. So whatever you're putting out in honor, you're going to receive that value tenfold in honor because you're giving honor instead of worship, and you're giving love instead of judgment, and you're giving peace instead of confusion because you're taking time to analyze yourself and analyze what is already in you to know that you are equal to whatever it is that you desire. Woo! Okay, y'all. I'm out. I love you. I hope you have a beautiful day. I hope you have beautiful moments in your life that you can honor. Go find somebody to hug. Go find somebody to just let them know that they are beautiful, that you appreciate them. And even if it's a fear of you having to forgive and let go, face it.